Is volume working? Let me check that. I don't know if my mic is on. Maybe not. Okay, is the sound going good? What's going on? You can hear Maggie with her bone. You want to take that somewhere else, pretty? You want to take that somewhere else? You can hear Maggie with her bone. You want to take that somewhere else, pretty? The volume is good. Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie. Go over there. She's just gonna probably drag it back over here. What did I say? What did I say? Honey. Hey, Maggie. Mad Maggie. 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 Honey. Can you take that over there? Come here. I know you love this thing, but don't be eating it right under the mic. Come here. Go get it, Max. Lucid, stop. Maggie, no. I'm going to take that thing away. Go over there. Go. Go. Here, honey. Stay. Sit. Maggie. Stay. You can eat it right there. She's giving me the look like, why can't I come over there, Dad? I'm all like, no. It's too loud. I don't want people on stream to be hearing you smacking your gums on a bone. She looks so sad now. She's just holding it in her mouth. Maggie. Maggie. Maggie, look at me. No, don't. Maggie. Maggie, what are you doing, honey? Maggie. Don't give me that look. Don't, no. You can't come over here. No. No, no, no. Stay. Ah. Lucid. Okay, well, for everybody on stream, welcome to some more Apex. This video is going to be a little different. I've been doing a lot of research on the lore recently, and some of the stuff that I'm going to be saying to you guys or reading to you guys will be straight from the devs, if that makes sense. Got my phone here. Let me plug it back in so we can make sure we have the battery life to sit here and do such. She's on the bed now, just holding her bone, looking at me. Like, I'm sorry, honey. What are you doing, Maggie? Get over here. There we go. Okay, so I called it Titanfall and Apex Lore because most of this we're going to start with is going to be Titanfall lore. Most of it's not going to be, because the end of Titanfall, there's a huge gap leading into what the Apex games is, but referring back to some opening trailers of the game, we get a familiar face called Blisk. Now, starting before that, going into Blisk, since Blisk is kind of what the beginning of the story will revolve around, and just so you guys know, we'll talk about it a little bit, play some games, talk about it some more, you know, back and forth. She does look so sad. So, starting off with this, as far as I remember and as far as I've done my research, Don't quote me on all this. This is as far as I know, and some of it might just be mixed matched, and some of it might be from my head. So that's most of it'll be either from actual writing that the devs have done, but others will be from what I've seen during the story and from what I've heard from other people who have done something like this. So let's get into it. Starting with Titanfall. Titanfall takes place of a man named Jack Cooper, who, after the death of one of his pilots, becomes a pilot under that original pilot's command. In a minute, boo. And under that control, or under that command, Jack Cooper becomes a pilot. Goes on, he meets, as he goes on to aid in the war, aid in the frontier war as a pilot against the IMC, he comes across a group called the Apex Predators. The Apex Predators are a group of mercenaries built by the man we know as Cuban Blisk. I can hear her with her bone again. Now, Cuban Blisk has been working for the IMC for a very long time. Cuban Blisk, eventually, after working for the IMC and making a lot of money, created the group known as the Apex Predators. Now, they go on to do some more jobs and whatnot, normal mercenary stuff, and, are still working for the IMC. One of the crucial points against the frontier that the IMC has. As Jack Cooper goes on, he, eventually faces every single member of the Apex Predators leading up to Cuban Blisk. He does not eventually fight Cuban Blisk, but Cuban Blisk and his group of mercenaries, the Apex Predators, had finished their job, so he kind of moved on and left the IMC at the hands of the Frontier Militia. Typical mercenary stuff. Cuban Blisk, later on, after leaving, eventually came to the Outlands. From the Outlands, along with the Syndicate and Hammond Robotics, created the Apex games. Now, the Apex games started with a kind of small group, and the small group consisted of Bangalore, Bloodhound, Caustic, Gibby, Lifeline, Pathfinder, Wraith, and Mirage. Later on, as season started to release, we saw the rest of these characters. That is where we'll stop for this first part. Let's play a few games and kind of talk about it as we go on. We're on Olympus. Starting with Bangalore, though. Bangalore, born as Anita Williams, was born of a military family where her parents and her brother all fought with the IMC against the Frontier Militia. So, kind of gives you a background of who she is already. She was very military devoted. She also fought in the war. And a quick fact about her, at the AMC Military Academy, I was going to do solo. I was going to. We'll start a party for now. While she was at the IMC Military Academy, she was the only cadet who could take apart a peacekeeper a peacekeeper equipped with a precision choke hop up and put it back together in under 20 seconds blindfolded. Next up, we have Bloodhound. Bloodhound is a technical tracker who, at a very, very young age, lost both his parents in the cold freeze that hit Samathi. Huh? That works, right? I think it was Samathi. Don't quote me on it. But later on, Bloodhound went on to be taken under the wing of his uncle. And under his uncle's wing, he was taught a method known as the old ways. I should have picked up that helmet.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Now, the old ways was a method that a lot of people who lived off the land in this universe use as a way to get away from modern technology, to disregard modern technology. Now, as Bloodhound was becoming of age, he either had to prove himself by killing a flyer with the hatchet that he was given, that, you know, his heirloom, and he was supposed to kill a flyer with that and present, I think, one of the horns or the head of it to his uncle in order to be accepted or rejected into the village that he was being raised in. Now, going on, Pathfinder, Jesus Christ, I am... Wow, I already have 4 medkits, Jesus Christ. Going on, Pathfinder, fuck me, I am so sorry, guys. Bloodhound eventually wandered his way into this beast's lair. Now, this beast was very plaguing to the village, but never really showed its face. Now, wandering into that, he eventually came across the beast, and he had used a charge rifle left by some previous people who had unfortunately came across it as well, to try and kill it, which did not succeed.
Ring's near, and I've got a whole minute.
I know. I'll get to that. I'm actually gonna...
A few seconds. Ring is close.
But... also going back to Bangalore, because I didn't mention it, but there is no actual information on how she joined the games.
Ring's close. Gotta get inside in the next 30.
But most of the legends, just FYI, either joined over fame, fortune, or other likewise. And in Bloodhound's, or in Bangalore's case, I'm pretty sure it's because of her military experience. It was probably because of money as well. But besides that, Bloodhound presented... Yeah, Bloodhound then presented a horn of the beast to his uncle. His uncle very wisely knew that he had used a gun in order to slay the beast.
Half the squad's left.
Later that night,
Not for long.
after Bloodhound had left the village, the beast had stumbled its way into the village. Bloodhound Bloodhound, in the heat of the moment, called out to his uncle, and his uncle and some men from the village had rushed out to see what was going on. And in the face of the beast, they tried their hardest to bring it down. And in that, Pathfinder, Bloodhound's uncle had died to the beast. Now, the Bloodhound eventually went on to try to use the charge rifle. This was like slightly before, but try to use the charge rifle in order to kill the beast again, or kill it, and it didn't work. Bloodhound got swatted away, and the charge rifle had broke. Eventually, after his uncle had died, he had used a piece of the charge rifle in order to almost, like, in order to try and kill it, but it didn't really work. It just scared it away. And his uncle gave him the heirloom and the control of his raven, pretty much, without him knowing about the whole raven part, as far as I'm aware. In doing so, he had tracked the beast. Ooh, I don't like that. They probably saw me hardcore. Away. Yeah, Bloodhound using his tracking ability, using his tracking skills, I should say. Found or tracked the beast back to its lair. While at the lair, he had sworn that he would kill the beast, so that's exactly what he tried to do. In doing so, he was having a very rough time. And eventually the crow had showed him a method. In showing him that the pipes could break using the hatchet and so on. If you guys want to see this more in detail, you guys can obviously go over and watch the Old Ways video that was actually posted by Respawn and EA. But yeah, with the help of the crow, he had burst the pipes in order to unleash a cold freeze upon the monster, which in return almost killed Bloodhound as well. Like, deadass almost killed him. But he had ended up finding a respirator on a dead corpse of, I'm pretty sure, is somebody like a worker or somebody else, in order to save himself. But in doing so, in killing the beast, he was kind of forced to wear a respirator for pretty much the remainder of his life because he had severe lung damage. That's why we see him with a respirator nowadays as well. I couldn't tell you the timeline of this either. At one time I had an accurate, timeline, like actual date and whatnot, but, yeah, but the beast was dead. He'd finished it off by crumbling it to pieces after it was frozen and so on. And later on, unknowingly to us, later on he joined the games. Yeah. Next up is Caustic on the list. Oh, also, she told me I missed a very important part of Bloodhound, and as far as we know, Bloodhound used to be a girl. They are non-binary now. I think I kept calling them a he, but it's a they. Some people are going to get mad at me about that, but that's okay. Yeah, they're non-binary. Moving on, we have Caustic. And I think the way he joined the games is also unknown. But Caustic was a scientist. A very deranged scientist, but...
Rings near, and I've got a hole in it.
I'm really just avoiding contact right now. And, like, not purposefully either. I'm just not running into people.
45 seconds. Ring is close.
I think there's only one people that I actually avoid, and it's the people over there. But that's fine. But yeah. Caustic was a scientist. He was the one who created the Nox gas. Now, I mean, looking at it on here... Caustic... also, Bloodhound's real name is unknown. He's just Bloodhounder. The ring is back this way, though.
Right there.
I'll go this way. Yeah, but Caustic, up next, born as Alexander Nox, the creator of the Nox gas, was a scientist. He was actually a scientist that worked at the Hubert Laboratory, I think. Once a scientist employed at the Hubert Labs. Or Humbert Labs. There you go. Caustic eventually went on after, once a scientist employed at Humbert Labs, but he was one of the lead scientists in manufacturing the frontier's leading manufacturer of pesticide gases. But after a while, he wanted a bit more oomph, if that makes sense. He wanted something a little bit more death-defying and something a little bit more...
They're dropping a replicator
something, you know, something a little more oomph, and realized he needed, you know, better test subjects, if that makes sense. Later, as you see it in the Fight Night event, he eventually, after running from the police for a while, set fire to his lab, and it was framed as an accident. And it was also a way to frame his death. But he had set the fire himself and escaped with his life under a new alias, Caustic. Now, under this new alias, he went on to do some more horrendous stuff, and eventually joined the Apex games, and I believe as a way to hide. And as a way to gain new test subjects.
Rings closed. 45 seconds.
If that makes sense. I wonder if the thing tells me, like, why he joined the games too. If you guys give me a second, I'll read off some of this. I'll read off some of the stuff about his bio. But let's finish this game. I'm probably going to end up dying, but... you know, it's fine.
Hold on to your knickers, ladies. You kill leader appointed.
Yeah, so it says here, Alexander Nock used to be one of the brightest scientists in the employ of Humbert Labs, the frontier's leading manufacturers of pesticide gas. Nox worked day and night developing new formulas for the glute of pesticides needed to protect the crops that sustained the outlands. But he soon realized that progress was being hampered by his testing methods. He needed to test on a more more than just inert tissue. He needed living subjects. That's pretty much all it says about him.
Round 4. Ring countdown starts now.
They even got little things here. But he had apparently he had set a fire to his lab in order to, a way to fake his death. And I'm pretty sure he used the Apex games as a way to hide. There's 3 teams left, so I need to be careful, but... I'm not going anywhere fast. Come on.
Got a whole minute.
I think it's because I'm going uphill. Also, I'm trying to teach myself how to bunny hop.
45 seconds. Ring is close.
Next up, after him... Is there any way to look at the whole list of legends? Hold up.
Rings moving. Run, run, run.
Inside the ring.
Is Gibraltar. Now, Gibby is known as the Shielded Fortress. Gibby had joined the games in order as a way to protect his friends and save lives.
Round 5.
Ooh.
Time's just whizzing by.
Wow, I can see through the map. So this probably isn't this is in ring. Cool. Yeah. He eventually Gibby used to be kind of, you know, a daredevil type, if that makes sense. Says here, Gibraltar is a gentle giant with a wild side. The son of 2 Sarahs, which means search and resource associates, and solace, volunteers. He's always been skilled at getting others out of dangerous situations that are common in the Outlands. However, he only began to understand the value of protecting others when he and his boyfriend stole his father's motorcycle and took it on a joyride. They got trapped in a deadly mudslide. His parents saved them, and his father lost an arm in the process. Gibraltar has never forgotten that sacrifice and has devoted his life to helping others in need. And his real name is Makoa.
Chin up.
all be over soon.
Yep, Makoa, Gibraltar.
Shut him up good. Rings.
Fuck. Pop this. Fuck. I don't think I picked up any heat shields. I did. Damn it! I had a gold backpack. Why didn't I use my smaller heals? Damn, and was it just her left too?
Look at these
It was just her left too. I should have just jumped the wall and started shooting. Could have went out in a better fucking fashion than that. But yeah, Gibraltar eventually joined the games in order as a way to protect his friends. That was Gibby's thing after his father had lost his arm. I'm shaking after that. I'm fucking dead. After that we have Lifeline. She's a very skilled medic, born as a something. She was a very skilled medic who is in the Apex games is a very good combat medic. She was born AJ Shea. She was also from Samathi. Jesus Christ, if I could speak. There's nothing... Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. AJ Shea, a.k.a. Lifeline, isn't someone you would expect to find in the Apex games. The child of a wealthy war prophet, she left home when she learned of the damage her family had caused and enlisted in the Frontier Corps, a humanitarian organization that aids the frontier communities in need. She since devoted her life to helping others and joined the Apex Games to fund the Frontier Corps with her winnings. 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 The Frontier Corps with Yeah. That is why she had joined the games. And for a short while, also going into a bit of what her heirloom is as well. Her heirloom is actually those batons. Those batons are her heirloom, the shock sticks. And she has an emote with them that, you know, she's playing the drums. She was actually a drummer of a band that we see in a poster of Watson when she was, I think, sleeping at her desk or something like that. But I don't... Yeah. I'm fucking shaking. They're shock sticks. Okay. Alright, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go grab a drink, and we'll talk about the next legend as well. Alright, looks like all I have left is milk. Alright, so moving on from Lifeline. Nice, baby. we have Mirage. Now, Mirage, born Elliot. His name's Elliot Witt. Is the kind of guy who likes to stand out. He's very open, very cunning, very witty. But he uses that as a decoy to say in very blatant terms. Mirage is a very sad guy. He has a lot of sad and demeaning past to him. And you'll probably feel bad about him after this. But the youngest of 4 brothers, he perfected the art of fooling around to get attention. The only thing he took seriously was the hollow pilot technology. Included to the illusions creating tech by his engineer mother. He pored over the mechanisms and learned all he could about them. Even when his brothers went MIA during the Frontier War, Mirage and his mom continued to develop the hollow devices, and the work brought them closer. While working as a bartender to make ends meet, Mirage heard amazing stories from his Patreons about the Apex games and the wealth and glory that came with victory. Maggie, chill out on the bone, dude. As good as both of those sounded, he knew he couldn't risk leaving his mother childless until she gave him a set of customized hollow devices and told him to follow his dream. Mirage is now the life of the Apex games, outwitting opponents, charming audiences across the Outlands. Now, Mirage did work with his mom on the hollow pilot Maggie devices, the same stuff he uses in battle. Now, he was very close to his mom, and this is a story that actually makes me like super sad. Like I tear up every time hearing like Mirage's story. But he wanted to give his mom, something to be proud of him other than that. And they were so close that when he wanted to join the games, like I said, he even asked her for permission, and she told him to follow his dreams. Now, later seen in season 3, or season 4, I think it was season 4. There was a little hollow, or a little phone piece, like the one down there in the bottom corner, that could be found under Mirage's Voyage. Which was a recording of him talking to his mom. His mom, around the time that he was working as a bartender and was about to join the games, started getting dementia, and it started to get a lot worse. Seeing him in the games made her happy. Even if she didn't recognize that it was him, it still always made her happy. And it made him happy to see that it always made him happy to see her happy that Mirage won. Even though that with the dementia, she couldn't put two and two together that was him. That Mirage was Elliot and Elliot was Mirage. And that's why he's in the games, is because of his mom. And you can hear it in most of his voice lines as well. He talks about his number one fan and that being his mom and so on. You guys can always go listen to some of his voice lines or whatnot, especially in game with the ones that just trigger on their own. But yeah, Mirage's story is really sad. Did you just call me baby boy?
all in the ring. Don't worry.
Let me put my headset on. I don't know if we can find some of his voice clips.
Good squad means good wins, means good times. This is like a dream, but I think I'm even better in reality. This is such an honor. I'll tell you about it sometime. We're all having a good time. Who wants to step up? Anyone? Come on, you can't forget this face. You know, I didn't get here alone. Hey, come back if you're ever looking for a Mirage à trois. That's where you jumped, you ran, you shot a thing maybe, and then you met me, and well, here we are. I'll tell you this much, you did make me break a sweat.
Ah, I see.
Okay, I'll be nice. You weren't too bad. There, I said it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like...
Listen, quitting is for losers, and since you already lost, well, there's really no point in giving up now.
I don't think he has any voice lines in here himself, but he has ones in games that he says...
See you all in the ring. Don't worry, there's plenty of me's to go around.
Like after he kills another legend or whatnot, where he mentions something about his number one fan and it being his mom and all that kind of stuff in it. Yeah. I can actually... You know what? There's a couple that I can show you, actually. Let's go out here into the light. Not that. Then we're going to put the gun away. So I have his heirloom, because his was the coolest one I'd seen. This is my favorite heirloom. But if we,
Heather, I'd give you 3 wishes, but let's be honest. They all 3 just came true. Wink.
Oh, isn't this thing just the cutest? Reminds me of me. Yes, we are so good, and I am especially really good.
Yeah, he has a few voice lines in here about his mom. Let's see if we can find it.
Ow! Why? Oh, I'm just kidding. But ouch, though. Seriously, pull easier.
This is just great. Mom's gonna love this.
There you go, and I think there's maybe one other one.
Heather, I'd give you 3 wishes, but let's be honest. All 3 just came true. Wink.
Can't get enough of this. Everyone should have one. There should be a law.
This is just this one again.
Heather, I'd give you 3 wishes, but let's be honest. All 3 just came true. Wink, wink, and wink.
Oh, this is just great. Mom's gonna love this.
Yeah, but I think that's the only one he says about his mom. But like he mentions, like in one of his voice lines after killing someone, like this one's for my biggest fan. That's my mom, or some shit like that. Also, while we're here, just a quick update. Yeah, because he doesn't say voice lines after killing those, which I wish he kind of did. Yeah, 1 day and 9 hours. Oh boy, I can't wait for that. That's going to be so fun. I don't know if he has any.
Yes, we are so good, and I'm especially really good. Come back if you're ever looking for a Mirage and Trois. That's where you fight 3 of me at once. Woo! That was something, really. Whew, that took a lot out of me. Oh yeah, nice job, guys. We should all go out for pork chops. Love pork chops. Woo! All right, now that was really something. Really, that took a lot out of me.
Let me actually, while we're here, show you guys the voice clip that was for his mom as well, just to give you guys a bit of background on him. Nice, baby. That looks really good. All right. Here you guys go. I'm going to be quiet.
Target spotted here.
Also, shout out to Gamer Plays YT. This is the channel I'm looking at to get this.
Hey, well, isn't it the most beautiful woman in the world? I mean, I gotta get my good looks somewhere. How you doing, Mom? I mean, I'm perfect, as usual. Hey, they asked me to take over the games for a bit during the holidays. It makes sense, you know? I mean, give the fine people of the Outlands what they want, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Mom.
1 sec.
Yeah, I'm your son. Elliot. Yeah, of course. Don't worry. I'll win for you today. Always from my #1 fan. Yeah, you go enjoy your pork chops. I know they're your favorite. I'm gonna go with a,
Check out this area.
I'm gonna go be the best. Alright. Love you, Mom. Bye. What is REC? No, how long has this been recording?
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Increase range.
There you go. Yeah. Mirage had lost all 3 of his older brothers to war and pretty much lost his mom to dementia. And since she's all that he has, even if she doesn't remember him, he is in the games because and for her. So, yeah. Moving on from him is someone. Moving on from him is Pathfinder. Pathfinder is a Marvin bot who woke up 30 years ago from current day. Now, he had a lot of past before that, trying to find his creator and try to figure out what he was made for, which is very evident in the Fight Night event, which also go check out people like The Gaming Merchant. They have a full review on Fight Night and how that connects all the legends together, which is pretty interesting. As we get into some of these other characters, I will talk about some of the stuff seen in the Fight Night event as well. But Pathfinder, years ago, Pathfinder woke up in an abandoned warehouse with no knowledge of his past. Then one fateful day, his good friend Victor helped him unlock pieces of his forgotten memory. Now, Pathfinder also almost died at one time, which I don't know if this was before he'd woke up the 30 years before or after. I think it was after. It was way after. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. After he woke up, this is what this is referring to, because this is what happened. And then Pathfinder almost died. But, as it says here in his description, Pathfinder is the picture of optimism. Despite his circumstances, a Marvin, modified to specialize in location scouting and surveying, he booted up decades booted up decades ago in an abandoned warehouse with no idea who created him and why. With only his Marvin designation to hint at his identity, Pathfinder eventually set off in a search for his creator. I'm sorry, baby. Pathfinder has learned much in his travels since then, like how to make an Eastern Leviathan stew, but hasn't come any closer to finding his creator. Still, he has never given up hope. He has joined the Apex Games to gain a following and hopefully draw the attention of his maker. Now, I hinted at this. I'm pretty sure that his maker is probably dead, because he was made probably way before 30 years. So, yeah. Still he never gives up hope. He's joined the... Oh, yeah. In the meantime, he remains enthusiastic and helpful. He's always ready to make new friends, then shoot them. So yeah, that's why he joined the Apex Games. And we're pretty sure that the the boxing gloves that he has as his heirloom as well is tied to Victor Maldera, because Victor Maldera used to box, and we're pretty sure that's how he learned to fight as well, was from Victor Maldera. So yeah. Moving on from Pathfinder, we have Wraith, which I think is our final, beginner one. Now, I'll start this off. Wraith was also kind of a scientist. She had devoted her time and energy to the phase portal technology. I was cleaning the kitchen for 3 hours. Nice, baby. I will after this. I'm going to finish hers, and then we'll play and talk, because I have a hard time with that. Oof, I'm sorry, baby. Yeah. Her name is Renee Blasey. And she had worked... Sorry, glug. I think she was a science pilot. And I'll read her thing off here. Wraith is a whirlwind fighter, able to execute deadly attacks and manipulate space-time by opening rifts in the fabric of reality. But those abilities came at a price. Years ago, she woke up in an IMC detention facility with no memory of who she was. Senior scientist pilot Renee Blasey, who volunteered as a guinea pig for her own experiments. Those partners betrayed her and locked her away. No longer exist. No longer. Wait, as an appearance, who volunteered as a guinea pig for her own experiments, whose partners betrayed her and locked her away, no longer existed. All that was left was a timid girl, frightened by a magnitude of voices in her head, until another version of herself appeared and taught her to listen to the voices, following her lead. Wraith found the strength to break free from her prison and escape into a different reality, this reality. Now, something weird about that, the Wraith from our reality is actually this Wraith. This is the Wraith from our reality. The Wraith from that reality, which we have in our reality now, which this Wraith is now in her reality, in our current Wraith's reality, is, at the time, this Wraith, who later became the Wraith that we all know and love, this one. So that's pretty neat to know. And our Wraith, like this universe Wraith, was looking for revenge. That's why she found herself in the other Wraith's dimension. This Wraith that we have now was looking for answers, and that's how she found her way into our reality. So, and under that, she ended up joining the games, doing something. Yeah, finally free, but still robbed of her memories, Wraith continued her quest to learn more about who she was before the experiments. With so many of the Apex games being held on old IMC bases, Wraith now competes so she can access the mysterious facilities and learn more about who she was. She remains a fixture of the Apex games. With every match, she grows closer to the truth. So because of where she was, and in order to find in order to find her memories, she stayed in order to play in the game so she could find the truth. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah. So after that, we get into Season 1, where we learn more about Octane. But first, we're going to play a couple more games. Yeah, so as we get into this, let's let this load in. We'll talk about after this match. I love you, baby. Maggie. Don't stand on the fucking mic and lick your lips. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go ahead and play Bloodhound.
Father will gift us today.
Fancy a go?
Get some sick Rampart plays.
Nice. Gonna get messy.
Your manta's best put on your sunnies. It's about to heat up around here.
Yay, you love me too.
So this is your champion.
Wow,
Looking a bit
right,
of
wow,
surprise, 80-year-old mum. That's a compliment.
I learned some tricks with Rampart that I wanna put into play. Oh, you know what? That dude's just going off the fucking map. Alright, I'll see you later. Yeah. Maybe, oh, wait, what? Wait. Oh, she didn't go off the map. Wow. Yeah, so Season 1, right, kicked off with the look at the new legend, Octane. Now, as a side note, Octane... Ooh, sorry. Got the hiccups. Octane and Lifeline are really good friends.
I should have done my stretches.
Well, let's get in here right quick, and I'll look up Octane. Call me Adrenaline Junkie. Yeah, so Octane, born Octavia Silva, is an addict. He's a daredevil, a big one at that too. Way before joining the games, he wanted to take a really big risk, not only for the fans but for himself, which resulted in him running the gauntlet run and doing it in real life too, and eventually blowing off his legs. Very, very, whew, but it happened. Oh, I'm trying to, and that's why I'm kind of just trying not to do too much, because especially if I get into a fight or I'm trying to focus on a situation, it's a bit hard.
On my ones.
And you'll see that you'll see that my speak pattern will be incoherent if I continue on long enough.
Rings far and closing in 45.
I'd rather have these. I don't have a friend. Yeah, so Octane eventually blew off his legs in a real life version of the Gauntlet run, not realizing that it was a simulation. He probably knew it was a simulation, but tried it in real life anyways, something like that.
Oh yeah, let's enough for me. I'm getting off this ride.
Listen up. There's a new kill leader.
He eventually tricked AJ, Lifeline, into getting him in to get a new pair of legs sooner, because it would have taken a very long time for him to get some new legs. And I mean, a long time. And in doing so, he was able to continue doing stunts and going on with his life in the way that he wanted to live it.
Stop, mate. Jumping out.
Chin up. Care package incoming.
Half the squads are out. Drag. I barely got to know him.
And eventually, after a while, ended up joining the games in order to grow a bigger fan base and be able to perform more and newer, dangerous and death-defying stunts. During season 1, we saw a mysterious, I think it was during season 1, it might have been during season 2, but around that time, I think towards the end of it, we ended up seeing a mysterious laptop hidden somewhere in Kings Canyon that alluded to a character that we all know and love. I mean, probably not a lot of people love him, but, you know, that's besides the point. Yeah, there we go. Oh, did I open that? I might have opened that. I'm tempted just to send myself to a completely different part of the map right now. Yeah, let's fucking do it. Oh, that was a mistake. I'm actually not going to stay here. It rings further away now. I could actually send myself over near estates. Yeah, we saw a mysterious laptop that alluded to a character that I think most people probably thought we were going to get in Season 2, but we obviously ended up getting in Season 3. Season 2 rolled around, we got the character we all know and love as Watson. Watson, preferably known as like Natalie something. She is the static defender. Natalie Bequette. Bequette? I don't know. Something like that. Oh, fuck.
Getting shot at. Tossing up some amp cover. Putting up some amped cover. Replicator dropping like it's hot. Charging my shields.
That's death for me. Yep. Nice, baby. I remember when you showed me this older version. Natalie, actually was one of the curators who helped design the ring alongside her father. Now, at the time of the release of the ring flare itself, her father had passed away, so she had taken full responsibility for it, and on top of that, leaving it for his memory. Later, when she was old enough, because current day she's only 22 years old, sorry, I got the hiccups. When she was finally old enough to compete in the Apex games, she had joined in honor of her father. That's kind of how it goes on. And her description here says, Natalie Watson Paquette is a familiar face in the Apex games, though for a different reason than most. Daughter of the game's lead electrical engineer, she studied his manuals and stayed close to him, and discovered her calling at a young age. Though she can be completely distracted one moment and hyper-focused the next, electricity grounded her. It's ordered. It's predictable flow made sense in a way the rest of the world didn't. She devoured every book she could on the subject, and eventually became a skilled engineer that was commissioned to build the Apex games. The Apex games modified containment ring. Unfortunately, her father died the day that it was revealed, leaving her alone. At her lowest moment, a group of competitors invited her to return to the ring with them, assuring them she would always have a home. She now fights alongside her friends in the arena she helped build, destroying incoming missiles, recharging shields, creating fences, and using her pylon to silence fights that get too loud. Nobody knows the arena better than Watson. Everyone who underestimates her is in for a shock. Yeah. And to her, all the legends, most of the legends, are like family, except for... All the legends are mainly family, except for now newly Caustic, Revenant, Rampart, and I believe Fuse. Which we'll get to the reason why. And at the time, she had grown a very good connection to Caustic. She had seen him as a father until events we'll talk about later into season 5, excuse me. Nice, baby. Good job. But to everybody else, they protect her. They are family to her. And obviously Revenant really doesn't fit the whole family vibe. Lo was kind of off on her own. She doesn't understand the jokes of Rampart, doesn't really understand her physique, if that makes sense. And I think same with Fuse, honestly. But most of the main legends are like family to her. So most of the older legends, that goes from, Crypto on, except for Caustic, which we'll get into later. Yes, big improve, baby. I mean, even the older ones still look really good. later in the season, a mysterious man blew up. Oh, no, that was still in season 1, but I think we did get to see, it was at the beginning of season 2. So this is about the time we saw Watson as well. A mysterious man blew up the coil tower that was keeping a force field, or keeping an EMP wave that were keeping all the creatures away. At the beginning of season 2, don't 9 their gross me. They still look really good. He blew up that frequency tower, and then everything in World's Edge, Jesus Christ, in Kings Canyon started to become overgrown. Onward to season 3, or later in season 2, we eventually actually got to see Crypto in the whole labs. I think it was in the labs facility. As he ran away. That was a cool little scene that you got to see, teasing that, just straight up showing us who the next legend was going to be, especially in the trailer and whatnot. Later on, though, onward to season 3, we got introduced to Crypto. Now, Crypto has an interesting history behind him. He worked with the Syndicate in order to farm information and whatnot, and learn how to do, or get certain information on stuff and whatnot. Crypto, born Tijun Park. I think that's how you say it, Tijun. Tajun. I'm not sure. Don't you correct me, please. Worked as a hacker, and it says here Crypto specializes in secrets. A brilliant hacker and encryption expert. And it goes on and talks about his aerial drone and whatnot, but later on they had ended up finding something that they shouldn't have, and alongside his sister, she wanted to steal it. He didn't think it was right. Eventually they didn't, but the Syndicate eventually found out they'd kidnapped her and framed him for her murder. And he eventually had to run and hide. And in hiding, he changed everything about him, except for, he stuck with encryption and whatnot. But he got rid of his real name and went under the alias Crypto. Later on tried to join the games, but wasn't able to. He wasn't fit to be first in line, so he hacked his way first in line. Now, Syndicate obviously was smarter than that, but they let him in anyways to keep a close eye on him. So, yeah. He joined the games in order to find out what happened to his sister, see if she was still alive. Another character who was looking for answers, and so on and so forth. Later on that season, we got introduced to what was supposed to be our next legend, Forge. Now, at this time, Syndicate had the murder robot, that they used as a bounty hunter, as their own little simulacrum mercenary. And we'll get to know a little bit more about what happened in that later. Now, as a quick side note, I'll get to that later. Now, later on, we saw Forge. Forge was supposed to be our next legend. He was sponsored by Hammond Labs. He was supposed to be a big turning point for the Syndicate and the Apex games and Hammond Labs and whatnot. But our murder robot, finding out his past and everything that happened to him, which we'll get to later, killed Forge in a revenge mission type of thing, murder spree bullshit. And therefore we did not have a legend for the upcoming season, which which was season 4. Now, Syndicate kind of tried to stop him in his tracks, didn't really work, and eventually he saw it as pointless. Revenant saw it as pointless, and eventually joined the games in place of Forge. Now, at the beginning of the season, we get to see a flashback to Revenant. We get to learn a little more about his personality, who he was, about his background. Now, yes, he was a bounty hunter. Now, this is probably speculated that back, I think it was like 2420, when his actual human self died. Before that date, he was a bounty hunter. Now, come the year 2420 or something like that, I think it was 2420. Yep, 2420. His brain had been uploaded into a simulacrum body for the first time. Hammond's higher-ups disregarded the potential stability issues, which got turned up later. Which later, Revenant was tasked with killing a very, very wealthy con man, and succeeded, leaving literally only his daughter alive. At that certain point, Revenant had taken a lot of damage to his physical self as well. He had a glass shard stuck in his neck, which fractured his programming, per se. For the longest time, Revenant, the simulacrum, viewed himself as an actual human, doing stuff that normal humans would do, and because of the programming, he disregarded the ways that he could move his body and the certain powers he had, and how he could literally scale buildings and stuff. But after leaving the area, he had realized the glass shard in his neck and started to freak out a little bit. And as he pulled it out, something within his programming broke, and he was able to see his true self. Now I have a little something that goes along with this right now. Wait. Yeah. So here it is. It's 1 of 5. Your first heroic thought is, where's my tongue? Never mind the piece of the elevator in your neck, or the fact that you're not in any pain. Why don't you have a tongue? And that's when you see it. A blimp at first. Like static in the air. A glitch. And within the glitch, a face. A new face? No, not new. It's a face that chases you in your nightmares. The face that leaves you twisted in sweat-soaked sheets. Oh shit, except this isn't a nightmare, it's a mirror. And that mirror, and that's not your nightmare, it's your reflection. This is the moment the programming breaks down. When you realize what you are. The next thought that you have sends a bolt of ice down your spine that will stay with you forever. Who gives a crap that you don't have a tongue when you no longer have a mouth? And then it goes on to like 1 of 2 or 2 of 5, which I don't know where those are. Yeah, no, mirrors, lies, and this goes more into what he saw after he broke down. Yeah, I will, baby. Nice, baby. Those both look really good. So this is 2 of 5. Which I didn't get the last 2. So if you guys want to read more on these, I'm just going to read these two because it's what I have. But I wish I would have finished the Season 4 Battle Pass. I didn't. I only got to like level 70. I'm sorry. Everything you know is a lie. The toothbrush on your sink, lie. The coffee on your nightstand, lie. The beacon in your fridge, lie. Is anything real? Yes. Lots of things are real. Like that time you drowned. You drowned because no one heard you banging against the ice. Or when that bomb went off and you learned what it felt when your eyeballs melted in their sockets. Or the time you refused to beg for your life, even as the knife plunged into your chest and you heard the sound of your own skin tearing, and the blade scraping against your bones inside. Hitmen don't die peacefully in their sleep. Hundreds, thousands of these horrific deaths crash into you all at once. Someone must pay. Someone must suffer. That's when you know your first stop. That's when you go to the syndicate. Now, at this time, when he saw himself in the mirror, all he had to know who made him was a symbol on his hand, which, as you know, it's not shown here. It's shown on like his actual skins. Is the Hammond logo on his hand. Now, with that, he eventually tracked down the syndicate and the Hammond and Hammond Robotics and killed a lot of their employees. A lot of them. Before killing Forge and eventually giving up on that and joining the games. I can't fucking read, okay? Later on that season, we saw a little glimpse at somebody who was sneaking into the vaults during the games while we were in World's Edge, which I believe is on Samathi. If I remember correctly, it's on Samathi. Also, Season 3 brought the new map, which was World's Edge. Since Crypto had kind of blown up the tower, they kind of needed to control what was happening on Kings Canyon, and we moved to World's Edge, which is hosted on Samathi, I believe. It's almost 2:30, damn. I'm getting a bit tired, but we still got a lot of story to go. Now, with that hint, in came Loba. Now, Loba has a pretty, I wouldn't say grueling past, but very troubling childhood leading into getting into the arts her parents were in, which is con art. She was very good at stealing things. It'll be fine. I won't take too long to finish it. In comes Loba. Now, Loba's parents were the people who Revenant killed in his opening trailer. Loba, eventually, as growing up, she was looking for Revenant. And at the same time, found her way into the arts of thievery and was very good at stealing like her parents were. Why do I have a partner? What the hell?
Their final moments give me life.
And this lot. You don't know what you're in for. Got your champion here. The one to look out for.
Now, eventually she found that he was in the Apex games and went to eventually figure out...
Or stay out of my way.
I'm the jump master, which should go without saying.
Which eventually, in turning point, came to a couple different things that happened. One, she figured out exactly where his memory storage was kept and everything else, and tried to blow it up. And which she succeeded in blowing it up, actually. That's why we no longer have Skulltown. That's why Skulltown is gone.
And we've got first blood.
Smell it. Shut it, skin suit.
Alright, round one. Beginning ring countdown.
Okay, we're all over the map.
Next ring's far.
Yeah, in finding his stuff, she almost had it in her grasp.
I look forward to you all getting acquainted.
Throwing a third. Arc star out.
Looks like you got a new kill leader.
No kill leader.
Shut it down.
I was gonna run away from this guy. I don't want to deal with that.
Must go faster.
Just shut it.
Oh, your kill leader did. Disappointing, but right?
Disappointing even, mate. Yeah, maybe, yeah. I'd like a ready bow, but nice.
Rápido, rápido.
Ring's close. Still have a minute. Want to make a massacre.
Listen
Was
up.
I not picking up heavy ammo? Was there heavy ammo over there?
No kill. Taking fire. Ah, I'm down. No bueno.
Rest in pieces, my boy.
30 to get inside that ring.
Is that door open? I think I opened that door. No, did I? I don't fucking remember.
Rings closing.
God damn it.
Half dead. Time to make some new friends.
Ooh. Damn it, I think I was getting shot from another angle too. There's another squad there. Yeah. Damn. You caused that? What? What did I cause? It's fine. Yeah, but later on that season, the quest started to come in more in play, and in order to actually find where Revenant's head was, because the Syndicate knew, she had to do a job for the Syndicate in Hammond. Yeah, but then they probably would have just chased me. I got a bit kill hungry though. You're not wrong, but there was also another squad coming in, so they probably would have just turned their focus to me instead of going after that team. But yeah, I probably should have just turned and ran. But yeah, during the quest, you went through in order to find all the parts and whatnot, or find all the parts of Ash's head. And in that, there was almost one death of one of the legends, which was Watson. But yeah, that continued on. After that, we figured out that the head we were rebuilding was Ash, and so on and so forth. And then later on, in come next season, we get a look at our next legend, which was Rampart. Now, at the beginning of Rampart's story, and in all of this, a group of, I want to say they were mercenaries, wrecked her shop and set it on fire. She put up a good fight, though. Don't worry. She did. I think killing a couple of them in the process. After that, she was sitting in the rebel of her...
Hey, we both woke up today.
She was sitting in the rebel of her now ruined shop, where we get to see our boy Blisk again. Blisk walks in there, and the speculation right now is that Blisk was the one who hired them in order to get her to join the games, handed her a card now that she didn't have any way to make money, and she was out of a home.
I'm the jump master. Could be worse.
She joined the games, and
Let old man Fusey show you ankle biters how we did it back in the day.
No pressure. Between you and me, maybe give it a rest. Tell you, John. Here we go, mates. Let's get messy.
and in turn, she did join the games, leading into a bit of a good season 6 quest, which talked more about a few things. One of them being the fact that our boy Pathfinder got a girlfriend, which wasn't actually his girlfriend, and our boy Mirage being jealous about it.
Alright, round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Next ring ain't close.
Enemy real close. About time we got ourselves a fight.
Attention. First blood. Keep right out of here.
I'm cover for you, mates. Stay out of the fire pit.
Set up another one again, just kind of back up. Yeah, they were going to break that. Of course they would.
Throw an arc star.
Drag out.
We could check out here.
Come on, my guy. I have no way to protect myself.
Champions eliminated.
You're adorable. Yeah, she joined the Apex games off of that. Kind of started making relationship with her new roommate, Mirage. Not like, relationships. Kind of like a mutual kind of friend one. Oh, oof, baby. Oof. Alright, yeah, you need to go to bed. Go find a video that you're not interested in so you can go to bed. I love you, baby. Good night. I'm just fucking with you. You're good to leave. Baby, don't give me the dots. I was fucking with you. Yeah, so after a while through that, it turned out that Pathfinder's girlfriend was actually Ash. And at this point, we have our next legend kind of make her first entrance, or at least alluding to it. And closer to the end of the quest, our old boy Bliss comes back again in order to retrieve Ash. And he mentions that an old friend had reappeared. Now, I don't know much more that happened in Season 6 besides those two things. You guys can kind of figure that out. Yeah, there's other videos that go into it a little bit more, but that's as far as I know. Leading into Season 7, we saw our first look at Horizon. Especially in the trailer, obviously. But, talking about her, she joined the games, I think, to also find answers. Because she knew that, I think she knows about Ash and Blisk and all that. But Ash used to be an actual living human. Wow. Now, over 90 years ago, Ash and Horizon... I don't remember Horizon's. Ash and Horizon were working together to find a energy efficient cost to help the Outlands. Now this in turn led them to explore, pretty much. Into outer space. You can kind of watch some of the lore on it and stuff, but I can read off some of these that depicts that 87, that, you know, that almost 90-year gap. These are all this season. Gossip Boy. So yeah, you could read stuff like this, which talks about the origin of the rift and everything else. These talk about some history of the Outlands, and some other stuff. I think. Yeah, so this character right here, I believe, is Ash. But they had journeyed into space in order to, you know, find what they needed to. And Ash kind of stabbed her in the back. Ash, in turn, locked Horizon in a black hole for, at that part of space's equivalent to 300 days. Which was like 87 years on Earth. And in turn on, you know, the planet that Olympus is on, her son at this point is dead. The whole war went on during this time. Her name is Mary Sommers. Yeah, so here. So, Project Iris was found. So, going back, this all takes time during this place. Horizon was born. Oh, she was also born on Samathi. Is Samathi? No, Taros is where World's Edge is. Sorry. Taros is World's Edge. Samathi is Olympus, and a couple other places on there that we learn about in the Fight Night event. But Olympus is constructed. So in 2608, Horizon is born on Samathi. 38 years later. 38 years later? 32 years later. Olympus is constructed with funding from the billionaire Lillian Peck. In 2643, Project Iris was founded. In 2646, Dr. Mary Summers and Dr. Reed, which I think it's Ash Reed, successfully extracted branthium from a black hole. Dr. Reed then disconnects Summers' tether and leaves her to die. Summers manages to escape, but where she only experienced 246 days, 87 years had actually passed. And then going down that, in 2655, an energy crisis affects the Outlands. This is the same year the Witt family comes to own the Paradise Lounge in the Soulless City. Yep. So we're gonna switch this up a little bit here, and we're just gonna read, because since we already have some of the stuff known down, let's start at the top of this. In 2080, Heinrich Hammond is born on Earth. In 2122, Sheffield's asteroids impact St. Louis, Missouri. Hammond survives exposure to a powerful unknown element inside. Heinrich in 2127, Heinrich finds the Hammond founds the Hammond Engineering. In 2131, he then founds the Hammond Robotics. In 2187, Hammond Engineering unveils the world's first interstellar jump drive, allowing for the colonization of other planets in the core systems. In 2192, for 100 years, Hammond Engineering sneakily coordinated business mergers and acquisitions of most other major corporations in the core systems. This results in the creation of the Interstellar Manufacturing Company, the IMC. Oh. In 2292, The discovery of the frontier sparks the new space race. The IMC sends many colony ships across the distance, and the ones that make it found the first settlements in the frontier. In the 2300s, the Outlands is discovered and colonized. In 2356, Caleb Cross is born somewhere in the Outlands. In 2400, Caleb Cross is killed by Bob Woods in Zalanda City, the Gaia. His corpse is spontaneously rushed to Hammond Robotics facility for preservation. In 2420, Revenant's brain is uploaded into a simulacrum body for the first time. Hammond higher-ups disregard potential stability issues. I'm sorry, I'm losing all fucking mental brain cells. Jesus Christ. In 2442, the Corporation War begins. The IMC goes to war with the core systems against rival corporations and is forced to leave the frontier to its own devices. 2445, the company AI Logic is founded in Angel City, Angela, yeah. The Search and Rescue Association of Solus, Saras, is founded by the Gibraltar family. In 2608, Horizon is born. In 2640, Olympus is constructed with funding from the billionaire Lillian Peck. And I think we heard about Lillian in the actual... we actually hear about her in the Titanfall universe. I'm not sure. Somebody can correct me on that. In 2643, Project Iris is founded. In 2646, Dr. Mary Summers and Dr. Reed successfully extract branium from a black hole. Dr. Reed then disconnects Summers' tether and leaves her to die. Summers manages to escape. I'm sorry, I let my thing kill itself. Manages to escape, but where she only experienced 246 days, 87 years had actually passed. In 2655, an energy crisis affects the Outlands. The same year, the Witt family comes to own the Paradise Lounge in Solus City. In 2658, December 25th, the Phase Runner accident occurs in Olympus, causing a massive rift to appear on the floating city, eventually rendering it unfit for habitation. Pathfinder's earliest memories of Dr. Emily Paquette occurs here. Now there was talk about it as well. Emily Paquette could possibly be Watson's mother. And if not her mother, maybe her grandmother. All at once, the large amounts of branium are discovered around the Outlands. These deposits are then used to prevent the energy crisis. In 2671, the Titan Wars begin. The IMC returns to the frontier and attempt to reassert control, but faces resistance from the frontier militia. And in 2680, Fuse is born. In 2685, Caustic is born in Hollow Grove, Gia, on February 25th. In 2687, Jack Cooper is born on Earth. In 2692, the Titan Wars end. The IMC overpowers the militia and ends up leaving one fleet left. In 2695, Bangalore is born on Gridon. Gridon. In 2699, Loba is born somewhere in the Outlands. In 2701, Wraith is born on Typhon. In 2702, Crypto is born on Gia. In 2703, Gibraltar and Mirage are born both on Solus. The Thunderdome is first built on Kings Canyon. Branium is discovered on Talos. Bloodhound and their parents moved to World's Edge to work on the New Dawn coolant plant. In 2707, the Frontier War begins. With new intel on the IMC, the militia can rebuild its forces and strike back. In 2708, Revenant murders Marcos and Alanza Andrade at Tenme and Olympus. A glass of shard is stuck in his neck, causing Ego Rendition system to fail, allowing him to realize he is a simulacrum. Both Loba and Pathfinder witness this event. In 2709, Lifeline and Octane are born both on Samathi. In 2710, the event of Titanfall's campaign takes place. The militia destroys the Demeter Gateway, leaving the IMC forces stranded on the frontier without backup. Cuban Blisk fights his last fight at the Thunderdome. Bloodhound's uncle, Arthur, dies fighting a Goliath. Bloodhound slays the Goliath, but in the process suffers lung damage from inhaling coolant. In 2711, Watson is born on Solus. Her mother dies before her first birthday. The Frontier Corps is founded. In 2712, Rampart is born on Gia. In 2713, the IMC begins to pull funding from the IMC begins to pull funding and personnel from the Outlands to focus on the frontier. Bloodhounds meets Boone, and later witnesses his death to the beast they caught. In 2715, the events of Titanfall 2's campaign takes place. The planet Typhon is destroyed when the militia sabotages the IMC fold weapon. Several Apex Predator members are killed. The communication blackout occurs in the frontier. In 2716, in the power vacuum left by the IMC, the Outlands Civil War begins. In 2719, the IMC leaves Solus, the final planet in the Outlands they had been operating on, and the Thunderdome is closed. Solus military's transport vessel Crimson went down over Gia. On board was all of Mirage's 3 brothers, all whom were pronounced MIA. In 2720, the blackout reaches the Outlands. In 2722, Salvo rejects the mercenary syndicate's offer to join Syndicate Space. In 2723, the Outland Civil War ends. Planets that sign the Mercenary Syndicate Treaty become Syndicate Space. Those that don't become the Fringe World. Become the Fringe Worlds. As part of the treaty, the Thunderdome games are to be revived in Kings Canyon. Luke Paquette is hired to build the new game's power grid. In Zaldana City, Gia, Dr. Franklin Humbert discovers Alexander Knox experiments and confronts him. Knox kills Humbert and burns the laboratory down, faking his own death in the process. Pathfinder witnessed this. Pathfinder and Victor Maldera, that one was in 2723. This one's in 2725. Pathfinder and Victor Maldera get in a fight with several mobsters in Malta. Samathi. Pathfinder discovers his own memory logs of Dr. Almely, but the files are damaged more before he could learn much more. 2727, Wraith escapes the Kings Canyon facility she was imprisoned in by switching dimensions with an alternate self. In this dimension, the Apex games are beginning construction on the surface. Watson tests her prototype ring in Kings Canyon. Lightning strikes the generator and burns the surrounding forest down. She is saved by Wraith. In 2729, the Apex games begin. Luke Paquette dies a month prior, and Watson's work on the ring is completed. in 2731, while working as a contractor for the Apex broadcast monitoring system, Taijun Park discovers a prediction algorithm for the Apex games. His foster sister, Malaya, then was abducted, and he got framed for the supposed murder. Fuse becomes the oldest competitor to qualify for the Bone Cage at 51. And then it says here, 2733 is season 1 through 7, and 2734 is current day. So going over everything I've already said, just in a shortened version. So in Season 1, the Apex games note an unexpected 60% increase in new competitors registering Octane and Watson try out for the Apex games. In Season 2, Crypto sneaks into Kings Canyon mid-match and detonates an EMP to take down a repulsor tower, flooding the area with local wildlife. The Mercenary Syndicate has a run-in with a rival organization on Talos. Octane constructs his gauntlet in Kings Canyon. Wraith unearths the Sing Labs and recovers several documents about her past life. Crypto continues to damage the Kings Canyon infrastructure, causing the Syndicate to consider new arenas. Season 3. Crypto sneaks his credentials into the Apex game system under the name Hyun Kim. Oof, baby. For the first match in World's Edge, Crypto and Mirage are put in a squad together, sparking their rivalry. Pathfinder accidentally enters the beta plane Shadow Dimension and meets an alternative universe Revenant. Mirage then buys a boat, which was really expensive, called Mirage's Voyage, and parked it on World's Edge. In Season 4, Forge announces his intent to become the next Apex legend. He is immediately killed by Revenant, live on television. Syndicate higher-ups decide to put Revenant in the games to satisfy his bloodthirst. Hand Robotics installs a new planet harvester in the middle of World's Edge. Bloodhound opens Bloodhound's trials in World's Edge to combat a growing prowler population. In Season 5, Jamie and Loba discover that Revenant had joined the Apex games and begin infiltrating Kings Canyon facilities to gather information. Loba destroys a warehouse full of Revenant bodies, destroying Skulltown in the process. Syndicate and Hammond officials immediately welcome her to the Apex games. That's good that your shoulder's fine, baby. I bet that hurt, though. Does it still hurt? Are you okay, baby? Loba enlists the help of the other legends to acquire pieces of an artifact Oof, I'm sorry, baby. Loba enlists the help of other legends to acquire pieces of an artifact from the Beta planet that is ruled by the Shadow Revenant. Caustic leaks information of this to current Revenant. I will. Give me a second, boo. Malia Alexander sneaks messages to Crypto via Kings Canyon evacuated IMC bunkers. She assures him that she's safe and hiding. Upon finding all the pieces of the artifact, it turns out to be Ash's head. Now rebuilt, Ash initiates the game's transfer to Olympus. Let's play a game, and then we'll talk about Season 6 and on. That's just a lot of summarized lore for you there. And going on about Season 6, or going on about Season 7, like it said earlier in that, Horizon came back to... You want me to stop talking? Uh-oh, what's happening? Oh god, that's some hella lag. There we go, it fixed itself. For now.
If fame and fortune is all you seek, legend, your path ends here. But a new challenge awaits those who wish to prove their worth in the arena.
Oh. I can try. Yeah, like, while...
You ready for this dance? I lead.
You must understand, death is the true test.
You like to call yourselves heroes, eh? If you survive what I've got in store, then you will be. This is your champion. Not bad. Not bad for a syndicate dog.
Guess I'm the jump master. They would report to me eventually. Desperation.
Okay.
Let's get messy. Hey, this way sounds good.
Oh no.
Putting up some cover.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Enemy here. Barry, that's got an enemy reviving here, mates.
Adding another gas trap.
They're gonna fucking finish me, you fucking dyke! She's super low, get her. Hell yeah. Come give me.
Cycle has begun. That was the last one. Placing gas trap. Trap set. You are fortunate we are on the same team.
Yeah, well, we'll start separating, get it a bit more,
Looking out, mate.
in between here and there. Yeah, like, over that time, there was a lot that had happened.
I need health. I need health. I need health.
Syringe here.
I want that fucking medkit. Yo, bud, can I get that medkit from you? That'd be a lot easier. Plus, you could use these syringes a lot better. Or not. Okay, fine. Fucking... Fine, then. Wow, I see how it is. What kind of fucking cock, like... What kind of fucking cock doesn't give up the medkit? Come on. What kind of fucking dickbag? What? Because he stole that right out from under me, too. Like, he could have used the fucking syringes. Like...
Give me a sec. Healing. One minute. Things close. Plenty of time to jam.
I don't understand it. Oh yeah, let's keep the medkit for the dude who has 5 fucking health. And make him use the fucking syringes.
The ring is distant. 45 seconds before closure.
Putting up some amp cover. Squad's wiped. If you were hiding, you can come out now.
That kill was satisfying.
My shell actually better, yeah.
Charging my shields.
10 seconds remain. The ring is close.
I'm actually gonna take that and hide that.
Recharge.
Helmet.
Ring's moving and we're all outside. Let's not dive in. Pull.
Administering medical aid.
Am I? I've got plenty of ammo.
Care package coming in. Whoa, feel that hype, yeah?
I don't need 100 or 240 would be good. I still don't understand what kind of dickbag steals a med kit from under a fucking teammate and gives them syringes. Oh, I'm just fucking blind. Take this instead of that. I don't need that much ammo. I don't need this many syringes either. I don't know if I could, yeah, that works. Yeah, and like most of that time
Subject spotted.
that like a lot of the timeline that happened Horizon missed. Like she missed the entire wars and everything, I believe.
Got a new kill leader.
Enemy here. Close enough to smell the teardrops.
Placing an independent variable. New kill leader. I must confess, it's what I long for.
Tossing up some amped cover. Lighting up my cover. Tossing up some amped cover.
I could have picked up those amped covers.
Right in front of me, they ain't much.
Understood. Another variable for the lab rats.
Not under it, dude. They're not in there. Right? Where'd they go? Aren't there people around here? Fuck it, if I die, I die. Oh, that's where they went.
Half the squads are left.
I mean, yeah, but it's fine.
Spotted one.
Let's get that countdown going.
Good. Inside the next ring.
Supply ships en route. Replicators getting delivered.
Incoming replicator. What a marvel of science.
This guy's gonna get us killed. Oh, god damn it! Fuck off!
I still see it. Reload. Subject down.
Batty! Batty! Enemy here. Up close. Enemy here. Up close and in my...
I'm just fucking spamming. Okay.
I killed you one.
Yeah, so like through most of this, she missed. When she came back, the rift had opened. But into season 6, like I already said, the Big Sisters gang assaults Rampart and burns down her shop on Gia as reward for putting up a fight. Cuban Bliss grants her a free pass to join the Apex Games. Hammond constructs the Arcada rocket in World's Edge to transfer scientific equipment and supplies to Olympus. Mirage, low on money, removes his party boat from World's Edge and agrees to let Rampart operate out of the Paradise Lounge. Ash stays in Pathfinder's warehouse for some time, but ends up vanishing with Cuban Bliss. And that was what I was referencing at the end of the Season 6 thing, or quest. They were referencing Horizon. Yeah. I don't know what you want me to do, baby. I'm just... Now in comes Season 7. After Mirage accidentally puts all of Rampart's stuff on the Arcata rocket, the two chase after it and arrive early to the new arena in Olympus. Horizon returns to Samathi and joins the Apex Games to further her time travel research. Pathfinder, Gibraltar, Lifeline, and Octane attend the Chevrix charity event to get a battery for a century-old Marvin. The party is attacked by Creighton Sawtelly. The battery activates a Marvin and Hammond Labs with a recording of Dr. Amelie. Loba finds Revenant's source code and decides to throw it into the Phase Runner. And in that, you guys can go look up the voice lines as well. In that, they ended up having a fight over it. I am, boo. I'm talking while games are loading in, like this. Yeah. And she threw it into the Phase Runner, and she told him straight up, like, I'm not going to give you what you want, you know. I threw it halfway to Grid On, and blah, 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 because the Phase Runners go pretty fucking far.
Time to add names to my list.
Oi, hot shots.
The Phase Runners are crazy.
This is your champion. Not bad, not bad. For a syndicate dog.
And then they have a big fight over it, and she's like, I'm not going to let you die. You're not dying today, and you're not dying ever. This is how you can suffer. You know? This is my payback, pretty much.
Drop there. Time to kill. Everyone die.
Good night, I love you too, baby. I hope you sleep well. Fuck you.
Let's keep the good times rolling, shall we?
Skin back, right over here.
Taking fire.
Oh, this dude's dead. Oh, wow. I'll just sit in the corner.
Faster, faster, faster.
Is he really just leaving me? Oh, wow. This guy.
Healing.
All right. Continuing on with that, they had a big fight. You're good, baby. And she doesn't, this is her way of getting revenge, because for a while, right? What do you mean, no, boo? For a while, she was anticipating his death. That's all she wanted, was for him to die. But upon figuring out that, that he wants to die as well, she had to figure out a different way of getting him to suffer and feeling, repaid for, her parents' death.
Oi, hot shots. Let's see you shoot your way out of this
Like
one,
I said, you're fine, baby. You're not.
So this is your champion. Looking
You're
about
okay.
as my 80-year-old mum. That's a compliment.
I'm Jumpmaster. I can already smell the blood.
Don't say no.
Listen, quitting is for losers, and since you already lost, well, there's really no point in giving up now.
I want your heart. Drop there. Are your friends nearby? I can't wait to make their acquaintance. Time to kill.
I jumped way too early. Fuck me. Yeah, I jumped way too early.
Let's hunt over here. Forget it. You got a skin bag. I'm going to check out over there.
Cool. Fucking missed that. Oh, motherfucker.
First blood from me. We're in the ring. You up real? Get up before I kill you myself. Down. Pick me up.
Looks like you...
Baby, you're okay. You're fine, really. Yeah, so later on, in order to... going on after the whole thing of, Loba finally figuring out how she wants to, treat her situation so that Revenant suffers. Later on after that, in order to rebuild the relationship, Crypto reveals to Watson his identity to mend their relationship. And at this point, she's pissed at Caustic, to say the least. Just because of what he's done. Also, as a side note, something that, since this is around the time we're getting to see the Fight Night event as well, I think. Yeah, so I'll mention this in a second, but Horizon finds recordings of her son Newton that confirm her time travel research will be successful. Oh boy. Pathfinder interviews his fellow legends to figure out who his creators were and what he was built for. Now, with the Fight Night event, we found out a lot of different stuff about a lot of different legends and how they're tied together. if you want, there's a whole explanation video on other people's channels, especially go check out the Gaming Merchant. Also, the Gaming Merchant hit me up. Yeah, fuck. In that we get to see a picture. You also get to see it in a different video, or in Crypto's trailer as well. Baby, you're okay. Oh boy, this is fun.
They made me a killing machine. Who am I to argue with programming?
Baby.
Looking quite confident, aren't we? Well,
Stop.
Got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. This is your champion, looking about as spry as my 80-year-old mum. That's a compliment.
We get to find out that Crypto's foster mom, is actually Caustic's real mom, and that his foster sister is actually, I believe, Revenant's is Caustic's sister. I don't know, half sister, whatnot else, but they're related. So it's a crazy thing to see. Also, I've made a mistake.
Shut it down. Shut it, skin suit.
Attention. First blood. Getting rowdy. Attention all. Your champion's captain. Ring countdown.
Damn it! Oh no, she's gonna come back and kill me. I could add that too. I love you, baby. Damn it. So close. Yeah, so that's a cool little piece of knowledge, and something that they can that we might actually see in the future. But we currently, as of that, don't know where his mom is. She is in hiding or missing or something. Maybe Crypto knows where she is, but I don't know if Caustic really cares, you know. Also, stuff. Can you not eat the puppy's food? Get the fuck out of here. That's not your food. Look at you, you're fat now. The hell are you? No, don't come back here. The hell are you doing? You got your own food. I fed you like, what, a couple hours ago? I fed you like 4 hours ago. I gave you dinner. Don't try to come sucker up to me. The fuck? The fuck you think? Hey, look at me. Look at me. The fuck you? No, look at me. Don't. The fuck you think you're? No, come here. The fuck you think you're doing? Don't eat the puppies. Get the fuck out of here. Go. Why did you crawl behind that? Okay. Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, that's some shit that they can explore in the future, and that we can see happen and whatnot. Also, I think I still have my thing turned off, but yet I'm still getting teammates. Unless it turned back on somehow when I got disconnected from the game earlier, but...
You munching bitch, put on your sunnies. It's about to heat up around here.
But after that, after that, the current year is now 2734.
Or stay out of my way.
It's on. It's on. Okay. Weird.
We should land there. Looks like fun.
Land there if you know what's good
This
for
never
you.
gets any easier, but it sounds like
Sí,
a
por
mouse.
favor.
You've all been marked for death. Stay out of my way. Everyone dies.
God, that aim is horrendous. Fuck.
Using meds. Come on, come on, come on.
Really? Where the fuck is my teammate? Did he really just dip on me that fucking hard? He did. I'm leaving this match. Fuck that. Yeah, so Salvo, under new leadership, retracts the previous agreement and becomes the 7th planet under Syndicate jurisdiction. Mirage's party ship is parked in Kings Canyon. Season 8 begins. Thanks to Fuse's success in Salvo's bone cage, he is accepted into the Apex games. Enraged, his friend Maggie blows his arm off with a grenade. During Fuse's welcoming ceremony, Maggie hacks into Fuse. I'm sorry, Boo. Maggie hacks into Fuse's ship and causes it to fire on the crowd. She then detonates several explosions in the mountains and the ship crashes north of artillery. Maggie publicly demands the Legends bring her Fuse's other arm. Fuse, Lifeline, and Bloodhound go to confront her. Cossack gets approval to rebuild water treatment in his own toxin refining laboratory. He makes plans for an experiment that will affect all of Solace City. Oh shit. That might be something we see later. Maggie hijacks control of the games and causes ring flares throughout the map. Or throughout the matches. Later on, she also does that. In turn, what's going on now? Now, if you guys don't know about everything that's with
Ready, steady, go.
With Maggie and Fuse and why Maggie's doing this, Maggie didn't want Fuse, our boy Wally, to leave Salvo, and she hates that Salvo's now under new jurisdiction.
Extra crispy or burnt to a crisp. So this is your champion. Looking about as spry as my 80-year-old mum. That's a compliment.
I love you, baby.
I'm Jumpmaster. I can already smell the blood.
You know what? We're gonna pull a weird flex.
Drop there. Time to kill. You're all dead.
Yeah, Mad Maggie and our boy Fuse, our old boy Fuse, used to be like really good friends, almost like bloody and sister.
And brutality. Does anyone have the backbone to face this behemoth?
Level 3. Don't worry, it won't slow you down.
Someone took first blood from me.
Aki, over here. Back right here. Level 3.
I'm lucky I'll get a body shell out of this.
We're in the ring, which means they're coming to us. Skin suit over here. Shut
Wow, wow, look who it is. It's you. Oh, can anyone summon the courage to face this contender?
I think there is people up there, but who knows? I need just syringes. I don't want to waste a med kit on this much fucking health.
Close. Need more kills. What's over here? Shut it, skin suit. Next victim. Fire. Shut it down. Getting shot. Someone's got a death wish. Reloading. Someone's gonna pay for that.
God, I just have no luck tonight. What is this?
I'm down. I got some bad guys here. Enemies right here.
Revived myself. Because that's never happened before. Cover me. Need to use this Phoenix
Bad
kit.
guys, let's do this. We've got company. Heads up, we're not alone. We've got company. I got some bad guys here. Got trouble here. Heads up, we're not enemies.
I hear you. I fucking hear you.
Amigos, let's go here. We've got
God, they were both so low. I just got no luck tonight. Yeah, so the whole thing between them is they used to be really good friends, and this was all during the wars going on, the Frontier War, I believe it was. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but during that, they became friends because there was a lot of war going on and whatnot, and eventually they kind of started to go their own ways, but still at the same time kind of, because Fuse wanted something to grow fame, grow fortune, all that, and eventually, didn't fit well into the con artist stuff that Maggie was going down, and kind of started to do his own thing, and ended up joining, the blood game, or the bone cage. That's what it's called. Hi there. Eventually joined the bone cage matches stuff, and then later, after Salvo turned to the Syndicate jurisdiction, Jesus, I can't speak. He was accepted for the Apex games. She got really mad and blew off his arm when he came for a whole truce thing and whatnot. And yeah, that was kind of that.
Me a killing machine.
I am Bloodhound. You can call me Bloodhound.
quite confident, aren't we? Well, Megan's
And
got a lot of tricks up her
since
sleeve.
we're, you know, what, 16, 17 days away from... 16 days? 17 days away from Season 9, felt like a good time to do this. And come Season 9, closer to the end of it, we'll do another bit of an update, and hopefully we'll get more story on some people. You know what?
Stay out of my way.
Oh. Looks like I'm going it alone, boys.
We have a challenger. Are you sure? Sure? Are you sure? Good. All right. Then sure. Let's fight.
Taking damage.
I'm gonna die. No.
For one of our fighters.
First blood.
Damn it. This fucking Bloodhound's AFK too. I got my wish, it was just against 2 people. I've always wanted to sit in that ring and just fucking fist fight people. Probably something to do with their internet. Or they probably like closed the game and it, yeah, I don't fucking know. Yeah, I know. I know, boo, I know. Did I say AFK? Oh. Oh, I'm stupid. You should go to bed, baby. It's 3:54. I'm gonna go to bed here soon as well.
Rack and clear. I'm ready. Name's Mad Maggie.
But yeah, that's
And these little games
all the
are yours.
history up to date
They're
to
mine now.
pretty much the end of Season 8.
This is your champion. Looking about as spry as my 80-year-old
I mean, we could talk about a bit of what's
That's a compliment.
probably going to go down next season.
I'm Jumpmaster.
I'm sorry, boo.
Smell the blood.
Let's try it again. I'm fucking crazy.
Like some skulls over at the boxing ring.
Hell yeah! I never knew you could ping it. Oh my god! Hell yeah! Fuck yes! Oh my god! Oh my god, no! Oh fuck! Oh no!
We need a challenger, folks.
Oh fuck! Why didn't you come into the ring?
There they go. The one, the only. Let's
Woo!
more. The power.
Smell that. First blood.
We have a challenger, and they look like they might actually stand a chance. Ring that bell.
Long way to the ring.
I'm down.
You're better off dead, but I could use the cover.
I need help.
They're on the rope. Give me a shield.
Skin suits.
Giving him the chimney. Top of the chimney.
Reloading.
Damn it.
For one of our contenders, it looks like there may be no coming back. Yeah, how's that nasty? We have a winner! Go this way.
Huh, fuck. I get it, baby. I know how it be. This was just a decoy. Maybe to get it out of his inventory.
Gotta jump pad here.
Let's see how long this lasts.
New kill leader. Watch your six.
Go here, now.
Hostile right here. They got me. I'm down.
Oh, come on, my guy.
Hostile right here. Hostile. Danger close. Safety's out, folks. Enemies here. Hostile right here.
Rings only got a minute. Your skin suits
Need a
and your
medic over here.
whining. Enough already.
Fuck. Okay. No. No. So it looks like for season 9, our new legend is going to be a character named Valk. If you want to know about her, go look at her. Go look her up, see what she looks like. I can't really show you right here, you know, obviously. But she's going to be another like offensive mobility based character. She has a jetpack, a missile cluster, and it's called like the AVOL, something like that, and it just allows her to hover up into the air like with like some of the stuff in Titanfall 2, I think. In Titanfall, something like that. She has a missile cluster which can launch out missile, like a cluster of missiles, you know, and then her ultimate allows you a free skydive every once in a while. You can prepare for launch, and it sends you up into the air, and then you know your teammates can join you. It launches you all up in the air, and then it sends you where, you know, you basically become the jump master at that point. It sends you wherever you guys need to go to get out of, like, maybe get out of a fight, you know, whatever else. It seems pretty cool. We also have some updates to King's Canyon, to Olympus.
He's gonna be our day.
All right. To Olympus, along with a new game mode as well. But for Olympus, my favorite spot, the whole Hammond area, is being changed. There's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be changed with this whole area, and it seems like some areas around it as well. Also, there are mountains.
All right, hope you're ready. Let's
Where the fuck are we going? Hold on. Oh. Oh, god damn it.
Everyone dies.
Yeah,
Round one.
Long way to the ring.
Attention. First blood. Getting rowdy.
ain't getting rowdy.
Someone took first blood from me.
It also looks as if Olympus might have fallen out of the sky. That is... I'll take it. I'll take it.
Marvin there.
Take these ones. Grenade. Is there anything we don't need? No, we just need... Ooh, that's a lucky find.
Listen up. There's a new kill leader.
There's a new kill leader, and it isn't me.
That would be the reason why I don't have backpack space. Also, I didn't realize I need healing items now. And he's actually up in the centerpiece. He's not down below. Is this the area that has it down below, or is it just the upstairs area? Oh, wait. No, it would be... Oasis has the underground area? Yeah.
Extended heavy mag heal. Level 3. Dibs. It's a long way to the ring. Rings far. 45 seconds.
Oh, your champion's deep.
Champion's gone. Wanted them for myself.
Listen up, Iggs. Ring's
Cool.
closing.
This man's a G.
Don't go thinking I owe you anything. Hey, turn that frown upside down.
Also, like I was saying, in some of those screenshots, it looks like Olympus has been, or has mountains around it, and as you can tell by the map, there's no mountains except for these ones, and that kind of makes me think that, oh god damn it, that Olympus might have been grounded, if you know what I mean. Might have smacked the ground. This is going to be an interesting. Also, it'll be posted in. It'll be a nighttime map.
What's over here?
Well, more like evening from what it looked like. Like sun's going down, like almost like dawn type thing, you know? Which would be cool. I don't know how they're really going to portray it. I hope they actually do like a good sky. Oof. Sorry, I'm focused on other things. I need ammo. I forgot. Oh, God.
Let's hunt over here.
I'm sorry I keep passing ammo. I really don't mean to be. Heals. I love me some heals.
Shield cell here. Shield battery here. Syringe here. Phoenix kit here.
Looks like you've got a new kill leader.
No kill leader. They're next on my list.
I really don't want to go over there, but I bet you it's not looted. Ring's coming in. I'm going to ring.
Need more kills. What's over here?
Oh, is he? Ah, I see, I see. Where did he go? Oh, he's almost in ring. I didn't want to fuck with that.
Medkit here. Medkit here.
Oh, cool, cool, cool. He's got a balloon.
Gotta heal. Taking a knee. I want heavy ammo. Find me shotgun ammo. Heavy ammo here.
All right.
Don't go thinking I owe you anything.
Round two.
All right, turn that frown upside down.
God, I love Gibby.
Replicator falling from the skies. Target spotted.
There's a new kill leader.
There's a new kill leader, and it isn't me.
Signal leader there,
Saw
sir.
someone over here. Let's hunt over here. Go here, now. Taking fire. Someone's here. Opening fire. Taking fire.
Direct hit. I'm hit.
Taking fire. Recharging shields.
1 minute till ring close.
Pretty sure all this has been looted. Yeah, fuck me.
Recharging shields.
Oh, fuck. I thought that was shotgun ammo.
Not too far, but we should hustle, guys.
They're fighting. Cool. Any? No, these have been picked bone dry.
Rings close. 30 seconds. Let's hunt over here.
Fuck me. I am.
Or I'll kill you myself. Taking fire.
Rings moving. Run, run, run.
Ring's moving, brother. Keep the firing. Reloading.
Got a skin bag out there.
Care package being delivered. Should I see it bottom
Fuck.
Round 3. Tick tock. Here we go.
Someone's here. Skin suits are here.
Down one.
Spotting. Someone's here. Skin suits are here.
Delivering replicator. Who bloody wants it?
Enemy right here.
One down.
Damn. Yeah, but also we get to see, for next season, we'll also get to see, besides a few things that I mentioned, we'll get to see a 3v3 Death Arena match. Can you... No, don't apologize. Go. No, not over there. Go that fucking way. You're like Lucid. Being a fucking fat ass. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Alright, I think I'm going to play one more game and then go to bed. But I'm super excited for next season. And we only have 15 days left. 15 days before we get that new season. Excuse me, we get that new season. And tonight, hopefully, this will roll over. And we get a new one. But I can't wait to see Season 5. If this rolls over, you guys will probably also see a video tomorrow. Just a heads up for that. Because I want to at least post a video for each thing that comes out. And we still have 1 week and 1 day left on this. So tomorrow we should see a new ring event, which should be... Did I really say I can't wait to see Season 5? Oh, should go to bed. I can't wait to see Season 9. This new season's going to be, from what I've heard, one of the biggest seasons and one of the most profitable and most enjoyable seasons we'll probably see. There's going to be they're going to be doing a lot of nerfs, a lot of buffs, and I think a rework of Octane, if I heard correctly. So I wonder how that rework of Octane is going to be, first of all. And second of all, some of those nerfs are a bit crazy and I don't like them. But at the same time, some of those nerfs I'm super excited for. Like they're nerfing Watson, which I'm super excited for.
The All-Father will gift us today.
And a lot of people are saying we're probably going to see Crypto's heirloom next season, but I really hope not. I really hope that it's Watson's, because it was supposed to be Watson's heirloom this season, but then it was Bangalore's, which I hope that's kind of the thing that they're going to do with this next season. They're saying it's Crypto and then it's going to be Watson.
You sure you didn't just make it out of basic training?
Oh boy, here we go.
Time to kill.
Damn.
Our enemies have met their fate. That thought is out.
Alright, round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Go here.
We are inside.
Closed door over there. Someone's got a death wish.
Ah. All right, I'm done for the night. I'm giving up. I've had it. No, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. But if you guys enjoyed this, I'm sorry it was a bit frantic. I have a hard time storytelling, but I wanted to make a video on it, and you know, later down the road, maybe. Good night, baby. I love you. I hope you sleep well as well. Hopefully down the line as well, or maybe down the line later down the road, like maybe like season 10 or season 11, we'll do another recap. But I kind of want to keep up with you guys on the story of Apex because, I mean, like I've said before, time and time again, the one thing that keeps drawing me back to this game is the lore. The reason I keep playing this game is the lore. It is the best, not even one of the best. It is the best battle royale on the market. It is one of the best battle royales on the market, guaranteed. Or one of the best. It's not even one of the best. It is the best battle royale game on the market. Because it's not only here for the battle royale aspect. Yeah, that's what the gameplay is, but why did my phone reset? What the hell? Okay, phone. Good job. But it has so much story behind it because of the origins of this game, and they came, like the devs said, they came across this stuff making the Titanfall games, and that's where they got the idea for this battle royale style, you know, lore-based video game. And it's got so much lore, so much character building. It's got stuff that Fortnite could never dream about. Like, shit, Fortnite's, their whole story-based bullshit, or their whole story is it's basically a simulation. It's a video game within a video game, pretty much. Which is such a stupid fucking thing. Like, this comparatively to any other battle royale game, on top of that just being a service game in general, has so much lore behind it, including a couple games that are really, really good and industry changing, you know? Like, Titanfall changed the gaming industry as we know it for first-person shooters, in my opinion. It is one of the best first-person shooters. Like, yeah, the story for it may have been short, but in my opinion, the story for Titanfall and the way that Titanfall works is way better than any Call of Duty game, like, honestly. Yeah. You know, like, that's just, like, that's what I feel. And that they've built upon that universe that Titanfall was and made it this, and is still building upon what the universe is and how it is just amazing. And everything that we're learning is current day in this universe, which is like, what was it, like 2730 something? Some cracked out shit like that. Like, where is it? Yeah, current day is 2734 in this universe. And it's crazy that they've built so much onto this, and each one of these characters have a backstory, even if it's a very faint one or a very big one, and they're still constantly building on different legends and whatnot. Like, I mean, I wish they would have taken some of these stuff into a different aspect and made them, what it was. But like, Wraith, for her heirloom, had an entire backstory on it. Same thing with Bloodhounds. But then you get more into people like Octane, who really didn't have, he didn't even really have like a story-based one on him. Mirage didn't. Gibby didn't. Gibby's was focused on Pathfinder. Bangalore's was focused on Caustic. I hope that they come back and build stories for these legends, like those old way stories, and bring it back to that whole heirloom aspect of, we get to know how, like, straight up just get to know how those legends got that heirloom. Like, I don't know, it's just, I think that's how it should be for each one, but that's not how it is, and it sucks. And like, on top of that, I think they need to build more on some of those characters that don't have that full backstory. Like, there's a few legends out there, you know it, but like, especially like Bangalore. But yeah, and I hope season 9, they do a lot of stuff that they did in the past that they got rid of. Like, I really hope that they bring back that interactive quest like they did for season 5, because that got everybody really excited, and for that, like, just because of that season, just because of that stuff, and going through and getting the packs and doing the things, I got so many views on that videos. I got almost 1,000 views on those videos, and I was like, holy shit, like, that is so much. I was like, what the hell? And I want them to bring back that stuff, because it would just be amazing. And I haven't really focused much of my stuff on the quests, and I mean, we get the last quest, I think, on the 20th, Wednesday, right? That's Wednesday, because what? No, that's Tuesday. That is Tuesday. Yeah. Tomorrow, actually, we get it. And I can't wait, because that's gonna open up so much for us. Oh God. It's gonna open up that last piece of the quest and whatnot, and yeah, but ever since they just started doing the comic pages instead of the interactive quests like they did in season 5, the quests just haven't kept me interested. I'm tired of seeing the comic pages, and I hope that they bring back. The interactive quests. But on top of that, they have a lot of good stuff going, and I hope for next season's quest that's what they do. That would be really, really fun, rather than just them giving comics on story. Build story through the comics, but at the same time give us something to do, rather than just whatnot. But that the 3v3 battle arena is going to be really fun. This new legend coming out is going to be really, really cool. And I can't wait to see what else we have in the future. And I really hope that they do bring Blisk to the games, because I want to play as old man Blisk. Like, that would be so fun. I mean, like, right now, for his character model, they have his older self in there. And I mean, maybe they'll end up doing that, but I hope that I hope that, they expand on that whole ordeal with him. Hey, look, my phone turned back on. Whoa, Jesus Christ. What the hell? Just report it, boo. Yeah, but I hope they bring back the interactive quests. I can't wait to see the new legend and whatnot. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. I hope that they expand on everything to do with Cuban Blisk. I want more about Cuban. Like, everything to do with Blisk will be really fucking cool. And I hope that, because there was leaks about him and Ash actually being playable legends. And I hope that that is actually what is going to happen. That would just be so fun, Like, to see Blisk and Ash in game would be so fucking cool. And I would want to play as Old Man Blisk. Like, that would just be amazing. And, talking about, like, some of the stuff. I was thinking about this. I'm sorry. This is my ADHD kicking in. I'm sorry. About Horizon, she had voice lines being like, mentioning that, she's like 200 and some odd years old. But, I mean, technically she's not. She only experienced, 297 days or some shit like that. But, in all reality, on planet Earth, in the core systems, 87 years passed. So technically that makes her still not like the oldest legend, but not, because she's been around longer than she should have been. But at the same time, like, it's crazy. But yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, going back to the whole Blisk thing. That'll be fun to see in game, and they already have, going back to season 6, they had 7 legends that they had for the next 7 seasons. And Blisk was supposed to be our season 8 legend, and I think Fuse was supposed to be our season 9 or season 10 legend. They kind of switched that on us, and Horizon became our season 7, Fuse became our season 8, and we're possibly getting Valk, who is supposed to be like our season 12 in season 9. And that leaves like 4 others. So I don't know how they're going to play that out, because that still leaves the Prophet, this other Simulacrum, Blisk, and Ash, all that have to come out for the next 4 seasons. But that's season, 10 to 13. So we'll have that, by mid of next year. It'll be fucking crazy. And I bet you there's other legends that we have in the making as well that we aren't getting to, that are behind closed doors and such because of reasons. But you know what I mean, right? But I'm gonna stop rambling. This was really fun to do. I'm sorry that it was kind of all over the place. I want to try to get better at storytelling, like just out of my mouth instead of just reading something off paper. And hopefully one day in the future, when I have an actual PC set up, we can make a video like this leading up to whatever season we're on of Apex, of the legend, from the beginning of it, from like, everything that we went over in this video. plus those seasons that have come out leading up to the current date of that, season. But it's going to be fun, and I can't wait to see where they're going to take it and what they're going to do. Because I can tell you that most of these legends will be around for a while, except for, if they want to do the whole, retiring thing. I don't, eventually we'll probably end up losing a few of these legends, but I hope not. I hope that they just kind of expand on it till they stop, and that's kind of where this universe stops. And I hope that they do come out with a Titanfall 3, because, I mean, there's I don't know what the reason of making a Titanfall 3 would be, but, that'd be cool to see. I really want it. And it would expand more on this universe, and that could tie into something that happens with Apex, and we could see some of these people from Apex in the new, in that Titanfall 3 if they keep it up to current date instead of following up behind, whatnot. Unless they'll probably follow up behind that, but who knows, But anyways, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button. If you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe. For new and old subscribers, make sure you ring that bell so you can stay up to date on anything that I post. Baby, good night. I love you. Or for my beautiful girlfriend out there. And if you guys want to go check out her content, her YouTube is linked in the description below. If you guys also want to go check out the Patreon, it's down there as well. Same with so a few social medias you guys can go check out as well. And with that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you hit that like button once again, and thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye!